Hi guys, I'm back with another monthly segment. As you remember, last month we talked about the season of the bumblebee. This is part of my Seasons of the Year series where I go through each month and dedicate some time to improving myself and achieving goals that I have set aside. Now, I say goals a bit loosely because the whole idea is to try and be more involved and engaged in the process and not be so hard on myself about the end result. I don't want the end result to scare me out of even trying. This is just so that way I can make strides and put dedicated time toward different things that I have wanted to do for a long time. It can be very hard to find time to do all the things that I love to do, so I kind of use this as a way to block it out by month and see how far I get. Now, that being said, this video is coming a little bit late. Typically, I wanted this to be posted at the last week of last month or the beginning of this month, and I'm a little bit behind, so bear with me. Didn't film anything because for a week and a half, my jaw was really in pain and a bit swollen because I had clenched my teeth too hard in my sleep and damaged my nerves a little bit, but we're healed now, and I'm gonna go through all of the things that I did in the month of March. So after having Season of the Bumblebee in February, where I was just going every day streaming, so I wanted March to be a lot more chill and relaxed. So March's theme was the Season of the Willow Tree, Mind Over Matter, Preparation of Peace. So the idea for this month is I would actually just kind of dedicate time to relax. And anything that I do, I wanted it to be out of a more relaxing pleasure, but I also wanted to take more strides to do more paintings because I wanted paintings to be more of a relaxing engagement, whether I was doing personal projects or commissions. I wanted to make sure that when I was doing it, it was not out of stress or obligation or any kind of urgency. I just wanted to relax. I will say this month did end up taking a little bit of a turn because at the beginning of March, I was commissioned to do a children's book. So a lot of my downtime was spent doing that, but I did find it very enjoyable. And if I started to feel myself get too stressed with it and thinking on it too much, I would just take a break. So I very much felt like the work put toward working on this book, while a lot of it was spent doing that, I got a lot done. I felt very accomplished, but I did not feel like I pushed myself too hard. Luckily, the recipient of this commission has been very gracious, did not give me a timeline or a deadline on this, so it's completely at my own free will. I can take a year if I want to, or I can get it done in a few months. I have total freedom with it, and that was the greatest news. Now, I'm obviously not done with this commission, but it is one of the biggest projects I have ever got to be on. I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity, so you will probably see more shorts and little videos in the future on this showing my progress, and then when it's all done, I'll probably talk more about it there as well, but I don't want to spoil too much at the moment. However, I did also make some progress on some other paintings that I had been wanting to get done. So the first one is this pigeon painting, as you probably saw in my previous video. I actually worked on this one a while back, but I finally got the finishing touches on it and got it all framed, and I got to make the video I had been wanting to make. I have been really into pigeons lately. I don't really know where it came from. I just started seeing videos about them, learning more about them, and I already really love birds, so I have grown a new special place in my heart for pigeons. It's like I get a new favorite animal every week. It's really hard to describe, but I've just been, that's been my new obsession. So if you haven't seen that video yet, be sure to check it out. This was kind of a little heart piece. I worked on this painting as a way to start learning gouache. Gouache is kind of a difficult medium. Going from somebody that's learned on acrylic, watercolor, and oil, I was really thinking gouache would be the perfect middle ground because it kind of mixes acrylic and watercolor in such a unique way. It gives you all the benefits of both. However, it is not as easy as it sounds, even having worked with both of the other mediums. So when I started this painting, it was definitely more of a, let's just see what I can make. Let's just go with the flow. I had no planning. I really just kind of drew a sketch of the birds and the rest would just come to me. So it's not meant to be a perfect painting by any means, but I enjoyed it, and it was definitely embodying what I wanted to do for the month of March, the spirit of the month, if you will. So that said, if you are a gouache painter and have any advice for me, just let me know. Another painting I got to finish was a Valorant fan art. I love the agent Gecko and his little buddies. Of course, as like an animal person, I see these as just like little cute little critters, and he was one of my favorite agents to play for a long time just because he had these little guys. The abilities are so fun. His colors are so vibrant. I really love the energy of Gecko as a agent. He's very much chill, relaxed, just vibe. Go with the flow, guys.
Get back to chilling. That's true. Good advice. Pero like, why can't we just hug it out? Pinche Radianite. So, do we mix it up? Double down? Let's talk. Vibe check. We feeling good? Hope so, hope so.
I just really love his design. Everything about him is perfect. So, again, still learning gouache, so a lot of it was kind of impromptu, if you will. And so it's not meant to be perfect, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised with the end result because I was really nervous about it. I felt like I had to repaint it a few times and I almost gave up. Honestly, the paint was not working how I wanted it to. The colors weren't exactly what I wanted it to be. I really almost gave up on this, but by the end I came up with a solution to add a paint pen. If you could see all the little white outlines and the little bubbles and then the harsh black lines, that was like a final touch to try and like kind of save what I was doing, and it ended up being the best move. It ended up being the best decision. It reminded me that I need to think more outside the box on how to incorporate other mediums to help finish a painting. I don't just have to use paint. Realizing that is honestly one of the most freeing ideas I've had all month. So aside from that being a little bit stressful, I was so at peace having completed it. It looks great on my wall. I love it so much. I'm a little bit biased though, but if you have any advice, I'm totally open to it. Now, I did have some other things on my list that I was hoping to try to work on during the month of March. That was, I wanted to try to read more books. I wanted to make more book nooks. And I wanted to finish another like big streamer painting that I'm working on. All of those projects are kind of in limbo, but I'm hoping that I'll have some more time later to do it. I'm not too hard on myself though, because as I mentioned, the children's book took up a lot more time. It was not even on the agenda to begin with, and I ended up making a lot of progress with that, and I'm getting paid for that, so I can't complain there. It was still a great month. I got a lot done, and I'm very proud of myself. Now, I did happen to complete one of the craft projects on my agenda, and that was this little book nook. I've had this sitting on my desk for about a year and a few months, and I finally got around to it. I streamed it for my Twitch community, and hopefully I'll be making a more in-depth video about this, or maybe a speed build video for you guys. It's not officially done. I do need to finish up the electronics on it, and hopefully, I'll share some pictures and whatnot of when it's completed, but I'm very excited about this. I do have one more of these that I had wanted to do this month, but this took way longer than I thought it would. I don't really know what I was expecting. I guess I thought maybe 3 hours of work, because I don't know, it said I had like 250 pieces or something like that. The other one I have says it will take 6 hours, and it has double the amount of pieces as this, so almost like 500 pieces for the other one. So I was like, oh, this one might take me 3 hours. No, this one took me 6 hours. So I'm kind of scared about the other one I'm going to be building, because this one took me forever, and I'm still not done with it. The electronics, by the time I got to that, it was like midnight, and I was like, no, I'm gonna take a break from it. I think I'm going to put this in my cubicle at work. It's so cute. I'll definitely show more videos when I get the chance. And while I managed to do all of my drawings and paintings and things, I did rewatch Gilmore Girls. I had that on in the background as kind of like my comfort background noise show. I found out about this show last year, believe it or not. It's been out for so long, and I did not think it was a show I would like. Would have never in a million years watched it, but ever since I've watched it last summer, I've been obsessed. So It's been great to rewatch it and just have it as noise in the background. It was very comforting and peaceful to me, and again, really helped me get into the theme of this month. So, very successful if I do say so myself. But that's really all I have for you guys. We are down 3 months into my seasons of the year, and we're gonna see how long I can keep on this. The goal is to hit all 12 months with all 12 goals. So far, I've only planned up to June, so once I get there, I'll kind of see how the other half of the year starts looking. But I'm already working toward my goals for April. I'm very excited for next video and to show you how that goes, assuming I can get it all done. It kind of, spoiler alert, it kind of requires going outside. So if the weather plays nice, then we should be good, but we'll see. I do have a few other videos filmed, just not edited. It takes a lot of time to edit. I don't pay anybody to do that. I just kind of have to do it on my own. So I'm sorry I haven't been able to stick to the every Friday or every other Friday schedule I originally kind of planned, but you can still anticipate that most of my videos will end up on a Friday. The only reason this one's kind of on an odd week right now is that I needed to post it before I really get into the meat of April, since it was for last month. But again, thank you guys for giving me a space to kind of document this little journey I'm trying to do for myself. And again, if it's something that you wanted to try for this year, it's never too late. You can start at any month this year, pick your season, pick your theme, and make it truly for you. Make it achieve something about you that you want to improve. Give yourself the space, the time, and don't be too hard on yourself, because this is kind of just for fun. No one will judge you harder than yourself. So far I've been really enjoying it. I think it's been really, at least for someone like me who really likes routine and to plan things, it's made it a lot easier to manage my time and get excited for the things that I've wanted to do for a long time. And I'm hoping by the end of the year I will have a lot to say about what I've been able to accomplish trying this method. As much as a lot of people think that you need a fire under your butt all the time to get things done and to be productive and to just have that type of ambition, I think that's not like a realistic style that everyone can function under. Sometimes that works for me, but other times when it is just things that only I am holding myself accountable for, only I am requiring of myself, then there really is no need for that, you know? Why not be kinder to yourself? Why not try a more gentle approach and see how it goes? And so far, I think it's going well for me. So not to talk your ear off, but I'm ending the video here, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.